Welcome back to Extra Marriage. We've been in a series on steps to an extraordinary marriage, and last week we talked about our core. This little section that we're in right now is on taking intentional, massive action. And so we've moved and transitioned into some practical steps, but we parallel the body and our physical health and our physical fitness with our relationship and our marriage health and our marriage fitness. So last week we talked about having a strong core. And the core is this central trunk of our body that affects our balance. It affects our almost every movement we make is affected by our core, and it's engaged when we move. And so last week we gave you 3 exercises to strengthen your relational core. Your relational core is that core component of your relationship that is all about your connectedness, your friendship, your intimacy, those connections that really affect the overall health and strength of your relationship. And so we gave you 3 exercises. You can find them on our website, extramarriage.com, and it's XTRAO marriage.com. And those 3 exercises were to know and be known, and the depth of our connectedness with our spouse, the importance of dating your mate, and we talked about how dating kind of disappears after you get married. We are going to do another video on dating, just that whole topic by itself.
Just so it forces us to actually do it.
Right, because we need to practice what we preach. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the other exercise that we gave you that's on our website is to be where your feet are. And it's all about being present and in the moment and being there and engaged in what's happening there. This week we're going to talk about cardio. And our cardio, the cardiovascular system, is the heart and the muscle. The heart's a muscle, and it's this system that pumps the blood through our bodies. And so we're going to talk about cardiovascular system and our cardio in our relationship. But you did some cardio today.
I did.
In Phoenix, actually, we started running. You have to check out our running videos on YouTube. Those are fun. But you started running in Phoenix this last week.
Yes, I started on Friday. Kind of renewing my commitment to my health, and running is a part of that. So in Phoenix, at sea level, basically, I ran 1.2 miles without stopping. That's the first time I've done that since I was in junior high.
So absolutely incredible. Super proud of her. You'll have to check out her video on determination and the word, and how determined that word impacted her run that day, and then how that inspired my father and me later that day. But that's a powerful video. Side note.
Yeah. So then today, I took yesterday off. We were traveling. So then today I go out to do my run back home in Albuquerque at 5,000 feet altitude. And I was sucking air at a quarter mile. So it looked a little bit different today. I did my 1.5 miles, but I did a lot more jog and walk than I was planning on. So, and my new goal is to be able to run 1 mile without stopping in Albuquerque.
Well, I think it's coming.
Yep.
So let's talk about cardio. So that was a cardio workout. What made that a cardio workout?
Because I was jogging, so my heart rate is up. But it also affects our lungs as well. I'm trying to increase the capacity of my lungs by working out. So the higher altitude, less oxygen is causing that system to work harder.
All right, so the cardio, the heart is pumping blood through your veins and through your body to all the important muscles and everything. And it affects all your muscles. It affects your entire body. Your heart affects the entire body. It's pumping life through your body. And your lungs are all about the intake and exhale of air and breath. And without blood and without breath, you're dead.
There's no life.
And so
life-giving.
The cardiovascular system, a strong cardiovascular system, brings life to the body. And I think that's our parallel with the relationship. That a strong cardiovascular relationship, the heart of the relationship, adds life to the relationship.
Right.
So what would it look like? What are some things in a relationship that you would say, okay, I understand heart and lungs and the breath, and what's that look like in a relationship?
Well, relational cardio is about love. The heart represents love.
Right. All through our society and our
Yeah.
culture, we think of the
Yeah.
heart as love.
We draw hearts on little notes. We
Emojis.
buy cards with hearts. We send hearts and text messages to express love.
Right. So the heart is kind of that expression of love, and love is really one of the deepest human needs that we all have, that need to be loved. So I was thinking earlier today even that all the way back to infancy, when a child's born, you take a child and you remove them from that nurturing environment, you remove them from that love and that care. That has a huge, profound impact on that child's life. That child needs love. We need love. I think it's both. We need love. We need to be loved, and we need to love.
Yes.
I think there's something about that
expression of
love as well.
Yeah.
So loving, love is also just kind of this big term, though. So how would you define love in the context of this relational cardio thing? So that it's not, I think that's part of our problem sometimes, is we say love each other.
Yeah.
What does love look like?
Well, love is an action. Love is not just a feeling. We think of love oftentimes as this ooey gooey, mushy, warm, fuzzy, all on the inside kind of good feelings, and it's not that it's not that. I think there's an element of that in love, but it's not just that. And more importantly, love is an action word.
Well, and I think it's a learned skill, even. But we talk about falling in love and falling out of love, and I think there's these attractions that lead to loving action and the act of loving. But you can love without a feeling.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the feeling comes out of the action.
Yeah.
And that when you love and you act loving and you do loving, that the feelings of love. But we've been so feeling based that if I don't feel the emotion of love, then I stop acting love. And my actions then are like, well, no, I don't feel like loving you, so I'm not going to love you.
Yeah.
Versus I'm going to love you because that's what love is. It's an action that I can choose to do, period.
Whether I feel it or not.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, the great thing about it, I think, is that if you're not currently feeling it, if you do the action of love, the feelings will come.
Yeah.
It's just how it works. It works every time. I think in our society we've been trained that we don't control love. People say, there's a saying, you don't choose who you love. I disagree with that.
I do too.
I think you completely choose who you love.
Yeah.
You have control over that. And we use the terms, like you said, falling in love and falling out of love. It's like that takes control completely away from us.
Like I have no choice.
It's just something happening to us. I disagree with that, and I think that that's something that we need to explore more. But I think, like we said, love is an action. We decide.
Right.
So
where we're going is we're going to talk in the next video. We're going to actually do 3 more videos, and each of these videos will be to strengthen the cardio relationship, the love relationship, the life-giving relationship, to do things, to act loving in a way that it brings life to the relationship.
Yeah.
So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to have a strong, healthy relationship. And so in the next video, it's going to be about love languages and learning and speaking each other's love language. and how to have a healthy, strong relationship. But sometimes people's relationship, the fire starts to go out. And so the video that follows that will be how to rekindle a relationship that's dying. How to rekindle a relationship where that flame is just kind of flickering and it's dying, and how to bring that relationship back to life. And there's an exercise that we're going to give you in that video on something that I would say the majority of everybody who's married made a promise to. We promise in our vows to cherish one another. But I think it's one of those promises that we make that we never really even think about what it means. What does it mean to cherish? And yet cherish can bring life back to a relationship that's dying. And then the third video is how to rebuild a broken relationship. A relationship where, the flame has gone out. There's not even a flicker, I think, in that relationship, and it's like we're just now friends living in the same, or roommates living in the same house, and the relationship is broken, and how to rebuild that relationship. And in that one, we're going to talk about the attitudes of gratitude that can absolutely rebuild a broken relationship. And so that's where we're going. I want to invite you to join us in the next video on how to have a strong, healthy, growing relationship. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in a few.
Thank you for joining us today.
Check out our website with resources to help grow your relationship at xtraomarriage.com.
That's xtraomarriage.com. Like our Facebook page and share our content with your friends on social media.
Make a decide and set your intention for an extraordinary marriage. Start today.